Hi, it's Lisa Cunha. Welcome to my scrapbook table. This is Scraplift Crafternoon, a weekly hop where a group of my friends and I choose a layout and scraplift it, and we interpret it to fit our own pictures and story. I am using the kit that I created this month for the Counterfeit Kit Challenge. There'll be info on that in the description box, and here's the layout we are using today. It's by one of our own, Jessica, and we are celebrating her birthday today. And you'll get a chance to see that sketch again in just a moment. I am using 4 photos today that I took at a restaurant in New York City. We walked there just after we had visited the 9/11 Memorial and Museum, and I'll tell you more about that restaurant in a little while. So here's the layout. I'm using the square in the center idea, as well as the journaling tag on the left and some wordy bits on the bottom right. I am using some simple stories things that I added to my kit, and especially that sticker I showed there that said, "Be the good." So the first thing I did was cut down the white paper to mount it to the black to create a frame around the whole thing. And I get really frustrated here with this trimmer that I accidentally brought. I wasn't thinking. I only use this trimmer for certain things because it ends up giving me fuzzy edges a lot of times, especially on cardstock that's not as heavy. Anyway, there, I gutted a whole bunch of things, and that's the background that I created, which changes a lot later, which you'll see in a little while. I decided I wanted the 4 photos, creating sort of a grid here in the middle, and as I have them there is pretty much how they end up. I know flowers don't really have anything to do with this topic or my photos, but I had this scrap of paper and it worked. And I do like how it turned out, even though flowers have nothing to do with it. So I cut out this banner. I don't even know now what it says because I ended up not using it. I end up changing a lot of things in the middle of this layout and doing things a little bit differently. You can see the tags there on the left. They have like a pinky peach top to them, which there is that color a little bit in the floral background there, but I decided I just didn't like that. I don't know, I can't even put in words why. I just knew I didn't. So I had already done my journaling on the tag when I decided it, so I just cut out the pink part off the top of the tag and replaced it with some other paper. And so my journaling reads, "O'Hara's restaurant and pub became a gathering place for rescue workers at the Twin Towers site. Our food was delicious and the service was great, but the feeling of being there and taking in the thousands of patches representing first responders can't be put into words. Well done, O'Hara's. Well done." We had just left the museum, which was a very moving and emotional experience, and we walked to this pub, which I had done some research and knew it would be a great place to go. There are thousands and thousands of patches from fire departments, police departments, other rescue groups that all represent first responders who came to New York City from all over the country and probably other countries as well. People who came and worked and worked and worked. And so it was just a great thing to see. That's my list of layouts to work on this weekend at the crop, and I put some notes there because I don't have string with me or my hole punch, so I will end up taking the tag off at home, punching the hole in it, and adding some thread or twine or something. And she had a banner down at the bottom. I think it's a banner, or at least just a strip of paper. So I used this. It has little sunshines on it, and I cut a piece that's way too long for what I'm using. I end up cutting it down 3 or 4 times till it's the size that I want it to be. And I put some flag ends on it, or banner ends, whatever you want to call them. And then I trim it down, because it just kept looking too big for what I was imagining at the bottom there. And that is where the puffy, the really thick sticker, I don't know what Simple Stories calls these. They're extremely thick. They're like double fun foam thickness, maybe. Anyway, that's where I added the Simple Stories sticker down there that says "Be the Good," because that just fit. That's what this restaurant did for other people for a long time. And the workers there, the owners, I just wanted to add the "Be the Good" because I felt it was very fitting. And I like having that mustard color with the sunshines down there because it helps the sticker stand out nicely. And I think about now is where I realize, oh, maybe not. I do put a title on this one. I hadn't done title on the last couple of pages I created. There's another little thick sticker that says love, which I do end up adding, but I save it till the end and it ends up below the journaling tag. So what's next? Even though I just created, oh there, I'm still trying to find a place for that little banner, and I try all sorts of places. And I think about now is when I realize that pink just isn't doing it for me. So I end up putting the title on this sunshine mustard color paper, as well as creating the top of the tag from that paper. I don't know what company the title is from. I just went through my stash of stickers that I have with me, which is pretty much all my stickers. They fit in one bin. And it says All American. It's a foam sticker. It might be Simple Stories, but I don't have it in the packaging anymore, so I'm just not sure. And there, finally, I decide that that's where the Be the Good sticker is going to go. And I just tuck this one at the top there. I like that it breaks up the square, which I did in a couple of other places. And there, I'm thinking, do I want it up here? But then that will interfere with putting the string in there later. So I end up just tucking it right there at the bottom. I'm sorry about my hat. When I'm not in my own space, I lose track of what you can see on camera. Then I decided there's 2 little light blue puffy stars on this sticker sheet. I wish there were 3. I would love to have one more for the journaling tag, but I don't. There were only 2. The others, I think there's red and gold, but neither of those seem to fit. So I just put one at the top with the title and one at the bottom next to the part that says Be the Good. And this is where I decide on another big change. I don't like the black. It just isn't working for me. I tried to like it. I tried to ignore the fact that I didn't like it, and I kept going. And I'm just really struggling to like the black border around there. And usually I love a black border around a layout, but for some reason I just wasn't. So I took the whole thing apart, because I have 2 black layers there. I have a black square behind the floral, and I have a black square 12 by 12 behind the whole thing. So I end up taking the whole thing apart and backing it in a textured navy cardstock instead, and I am so much happier. Finally, I add a little sticker and tags there, says you are here, and that is just about it. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping and watching today. I hope you'll be back. I hope you'll hit the like button and subscribe if you're interested. Again, please check out the other creators in the description box below. I'll have some info there with a playlist and a link to the Counterfeit Kit group. Thanks for joining me. I'm grateful that you're here, and I hope that you get to scrapbook something very soon. Bye-bye.